In 1837, persecution mounted in Kirtland, and within days, over Christmas, Joseph would have to flee for his life to Missouri. The Christmas of 1838, Joseph spent in Liberty Jail. The Christmas of 1839, he was in Washington, D.C., being spurned by politicians as he went there seeking compensation for church members who had lost their belongings to mobs in Missouri. The Christmas of 1842, he met with Governor Ford about difficulties between saints and their non-member neighbors in Illinois. Now, there are times in this life for you, for me, when we are blessed with one of those perfect days that remains in our memories forever. The Christmas of 1843 was one of those for the prophet Joseph. It was his last Christmas on earth. He and his family had just moved into the newly constructed mansion house. All was quiet and at peace in Nauvoo. And then around 1 o'clock in the morning, on Christmas morning, Joseph and Emma were awakened in the mansion house by singing outside their bedroom window. The prophet recorded this in his history. Christmas, 1843, Monday, the 25th. This morning, about 1 o'clock, I was aroused by an English sister, Lettice Rushton, widow of Richard Rushton Sr., who 10 years ago lost her sight. Accompanied by 3 of her sons and their wives and her 2 daughters, with their husbands and several of her neighbors, singing, "Mortals awake and with angels join," which caused, he said, a thrill of pleasure to run through my soul. All of my family and boarders arose to hear the serenade, and I felt to thank my Heavenly Father for their visit and blessed them in the name of the Lord. They also visited my brother Hiram, who was awakened from his sleep. He arose and went out of doors. He shook hands with and blessed each one of them in the name of the Lord, and said that he thought at first that a cohort of angels had come to visit him. It was such heavenly music to him. Later that day, Joseph and Emma Smith invited 50 couples to their home for a mid-afternoon meal, and during the evening, many people in Nauvoo stopped by the mansion house for food, music, and even dancing. Christmas Day 1843 was a day which began with songs praising the Lord and continued in the company of family and friends who valued him the most.